Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we are going to be talking about GPUs. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now I've been playing around with this 7600 XT now for a little while. I actually have the 7900 XT back in right now, and it's kind of what prompted this. And, you know, earlier I was, let me see if I can edit this anymore. Okay, yeah. Let me save that. So, all right. So I bought this 7600 XT on Thursday. I've had it since then. I've been playing around with this GPU, and I've come to like the realization after playing around with this card and seeing what it can do and playing these games, and my gosh, man, like the gap between the bottom tier cards and like the top end cards anymore, like, and then you still got what last generation GPUs. We still got, man, I don't know anymore about this whole PC thing. Like, it starts to get more and more confusing. I was going to title this PC gaming is more doesn't need to be as gosh dang it, what's the word for that? It doesn't need to be as complicated as we seem to be making it. And, you know, coming from the console space over to PC, I can tell you right now, if you have an Xbox Series X or a PS5 and you buy a PC equipped with the 7600 XT, the visuals and performance of that card is going to absolutely blow you away. It is going to blow your freaking mind to the point where you're going to be like, what? I absolutely guarantee that if you put that card, if you bought a system with that card in there, you're going to be blown away. That card's going to blow you away. It's going to make you feel like, oh my gosh. So then you get to the point where you're like thinking, oh man, I need all this power. I need like a 4090 GPU. And after playing around with, like, you know, the 7600 XT, the 7800 XT, the 4070, and my 7900 XT, I can absolutely tell you firsthand that the visuals don't change. Like, the visuals are the visuals. Like, they don't get any better if you throw more power at it. they stay the same. You set your resolution, you turn on all your graphics, all of that. They look exactly the same across the board, except for AMD cards look better than NVIDIA ones. So there's the only real difference. And that's because I've got better settings on AMD, man. I can change my colors. I can, you know, I can create the image that I want, as opposed to the NVIDIA one. I just don't like it. I don't care for it much. I mean, that's pretty well known on this channel that I'm not the biggest PC Master Race problems again. Absolutely, man. The PC Master Race is just full of conflict and misconceptions and like everything that goes into it, man. Like, there are so many PC products that come out so often, and there's so much marketing money tied to all of that it literally drives the PC market mad. I swear, it is so freaking crazy that these PC, like these GPU makers have got to have 5 different GPUs in one stack. They've got to have like seven or 8 different CPUs for every stack, and, you know, trying to mix them and match them, and like different types of memory. It is so freaking stupid out here that it's not even funny. Like, my hat's off to the people that want to just stay with the consoles, because they don't have to worry about all this stuff. They don't have to worry about consistently being in faux every time a new PC part comes out. Moving away from physical games? Yeah, everybody's moving away from them. Well, that's good for the 49ers. They might win the game. I don't know. I don't watch football, bro. So I'm at a point right now with this YouTube thing where For a minute there, I was like really getting to the point where I was like, yeah, dude, I could probably really do this tech tuber stuff and get like a test bench and test GPUs and all of that. But here's the thing, man. Like, I don't really care too much about doing that. It is a lot of work. It's frustrating. It takes a lot of time. You got to pull out well, I mean, if I just cover the AMD stack, it's different. You know, it's not as tough. But having to like delete everything off your freaking PC to put on your freaking Nvidia card and switch back, like that is so annoying. Every time I put that 4070 back in there, it literally is just an annoying process just to get through that it kind of sours the whole experience after that. And then when I get in there and I'm like, dude, I hate this. I hate this. I hate being a tech tuber. To tell you the truth, it is very annoying, and I have a real job that I would much rather focus on that. So I'm not doing the tech tuber thing, AMD versus Nvidia. I am going to sell the Nvidia card and be done with Nvidia. I don't care about Nvidia. I really don't, man. I know a lot of people like Nvidia, and I'm happy that you guys do. I really am. But for me, it's not for me. Nvidia is just not for me. I don't like it. I don't like the way I don't like the way it's set up, and I don't like the unrealistic overhype that comes with Nvidia. Just because it's like it's never the experience that I want. And by the time you realize that, there's already another Nvidia product on the market to prove that, like, yeah, man, you should probably get this one. I mean, like, ask my buddy Tori right now, dude. He got a 4070 Ti, and now they come out with a 4070 Ti Super that has 16 gigs of RAM, and now he's like, oh, man. Like, they do that to you every time with Nvidia, and it sucks. AMD does it, too, to a certain extent. I mean, if you bought a 7600 XT 8 gig, you're already probably in a position where, like, gosh dang, dude, this card sucks, and that new one has got VRAM, and it's a little bit faster. And I know that, and I get that. Like, I get that. I mean, honestly, dude, if AMD came out with another 7950 XT that was just a little bit faster than mine, like, I wouldn't FOMO, because I'm actually in a position with the 7900 XT right now where I kind of just think, maybe it's a bit too much. Maybe I don't really need it. But then, and see, the only reason I feel like that is because every new game that's come out, that this card has easily ran those games. Like, no problem. No problem, man. The 7900 XT seriously runs these cards, no problem. The 7800 XT, same thing. It runs these games. It does a very good job. Like, I'm very happy with the overall performance of both these cards. 4070 is pretty good too. Like, I know that I go on and on and on about it, but the 4070 is not a bad card. It really does do what it's supposed to, for the most part. But I don't like Nvidia that much. I just don't like it. I just don't care about it, man. And I mean, it's one of those things where I know I don't like it, but I keep making content about it. I keep regurgitating that and talking about how I don't like the Nvidia experience, and it makes a lot of people mad. I get that. But you have to look at it from my point of view too, man. I'm a content creator. I have to create content, and it's something that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about not liking Nvidia and not liking the way they treat their customers and the way they treat tech in general. I don't like it. AMD happens to be the savior. I mean, not necessarily the savior, but the other option. The only other option for PC gaming is Intel. Intel needs to continue to build up their stack and put out some more tech and stuff. But AMD is the only other option I've got, and it's cheaper. And it's just as performant. And it does just as good as Nvidia without all the overhype and confusion and misconception and all of that stuff. But people use AMD as a punching bag to try to get Nvidia to lower their prices. Nvidia is not going to lower their prices, not for AMD. It's too strong. The negative mind share that the AMD has built for themselves, and yes, they're responsible for that. They've built that themselves. And along with like people just being like super fanboy for Nvidia, it definitely doesn't make that any easier for AMD. But when you got somebody like me that tries Nvidia first, and then they go to AMD, and AMD is just like incredible in my eyes, It really does. It really does kind of start to sour things, man. I don't think I don't expect AMD to do anything, Victor. I don't. Let me PC Master Race problem. All right, Tori, way too expensive. What's up, Victor? How you doing, my friend? Okay, Brooks, I'm sticking with the consoles. I know. Sometimes it just makes more sense to do that. Okay, like I get it, man. Like sticking with the consoles and just accepting whatever the heck you get, and watching like a Digital Foundry video to know if you're gonna buy the game or not. Man, sometimes it's just simpler to be that way. Sometimes it's a lot simpler to just do that. But see, having a PC gives me the freedom of being able to choose what games I'm going to buy, regardless of what Digital Foundry says. You know what I mean? Or regardless of what anybody else says. I get to customize my experience on PC to play the games the way I want to play them. I can use DLSS. I can use FSR. I can turn my frame rate up. I can turn my frame rate down. I can customize my experience to my liking, and it's really not as hard as as a lot of people make it out to be. That part's not the hard part. The hard part is finding and being okay with the hardware you have. That is probably the hardest part of being PC is finding the best hardware that's going to satisfy you and your needs for long term. I guarantee you that most gamers could potentially find, a good system that would treat them good, and they would be willing to nurture that and help that grow and take it long term. Me, personally, I've made PC gaming in my head so freaking confusing and irritating that it's not even funny. Like, the video I put out earlier today, like with some of these settings, this resolution scale thing is really starting to bug me. That slider is starting to bug me because it is so freaking, like, it's so easy to miss. And then you'll end up, because most of these games literally optimize your GPU to run them. They literally just say, oh yeah, well these are the settings we think are the best. And you're like, no, I want to max everything out. And if you just let the GPU or the game optimize your settings, it's really not that bad. It actually comes out pretty dang good. All right, Victor Wolf, Frogboy, do you think AMD is going to compete in the next gen with better cards? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't care about rumors, Victor. I usually do not care about rumors, but that's kind of the thing that everybody gets themselves caught up in, is the rumors of this and the rumors of that. Honestly, guys, if I would have bought a 6800 XT last generation, I probably would have been fine. But I didn't have enough time for NVIDIA to make me mad, so I don't know. It would have maybe taken me a little bit longer to get to that point. In regard to your title, I think Steam Deck is all we need. Yeah, pretty much. I got my ROG Ally, bro. That's my fallback. That's my fallback. If I get sick and tired of this, I'm just going back to that. But for everybody that's here now, like, I am selling my 4070. I'm going to get rid of it. Like, I'm done with NVIDIA. I have no desire to keep buying their products. I'm not happy with them. And that's fair. You know what I mean? Like, why keep buying something that I don't really care for? And like, I'm just making everybody mad when I keep doing my little videos on it. Like, I'm just making people mad. It's not my job to expose NVIDIA. It's my job. It's not even my job. It's my desire to help you guys find AMD and to help you find the right AMD card to make you happy, and so that you can play your damn video games. Because that's what it matters in the end. I just want you to be happy playing your video games like I am. Because if you're happy with your hardware, then I can review the video games, and then you're like, yeah, dude, I want to play that game. Because that's what this channel's mainly about. And I kind of feel like I have to go off on these tangents and in these different directions to make my channel more relevant, to make it, you know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes I do get that freaking like, yeah, dude, I want my channel to grow and be big and successful and make money. And then most of the time I'm just like, no, dude, I don't even care about that. Like, I don't care. But every now and then you get that like little boost of confidence when like a video does really well. And you're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I can really do this. Maybe I can build a foundation and build an actual income off of something that I love. But then I quickly find myself going in a dark direction every single time the fanboys show up and challenge me, I don't know, man. Like I hate, I don't know. Like I hate confrontation, but I'm not afraid. Like I don't back down. I don't back down. AMD, exactly. AMD is what is in your Xbox. No card reviewer talking about DisplayPort 2.1 on the 7600 XT. Well, Alberto's, there's not really a whole lot of need for that yet until these 2.1 screens start coming out. I don't know if there's any on the market yet. I thought they were supposed to start launching in 2024. So it might be all this new technology in Pal World. Oh gosh, I know, Pal World, dude. Pal World probably runs on a freaking toaster. Issue with all this XTX is they don't have 3 display ports. What do you mean they don't have 3 display ports? Yeah, they do. They don't have 3 HD. They don't have 3 of the 2.1s. I know my 7900 XT only has 2 DisplayPort 2.1s and 1 DisplayPort 1.4 still. Using triple screens. I run triple screens on every one of my video cards. I got 2 1440p monitors and that 4K TV, bro. And another thing that I want to talk about is bus rate tonight, dude. This is interesting, okay? This was originally a Peggy channel. Yeah, we are Peggies. I'm a Peggy at heart, dude. I still love my Peggy games. I still love my Peggy games. I still love man, dude. I've been playing a lot of Horizon for Zero Dawn lately. I have. I've been playing a lot of that lately. I like that game. I think that game is absolutely incredible. So I've been playing a lot of that. I played a lot today. I bought a copy of Saints Row on PC, bro. That game is freaking incredible on PC, man. So beautiful. Graphics are so good on that. Been with NVIDIA since 970. I'm now changing from my 3070 to a 7900 XT, and I hope I get a better performance. Yeah, dude, I probably get good performance on my 7900 XT on that. Come to think about it, I bet the 7800 XT would probably be pretty good with that. Let's call a spade when it comes to cards. Buy the best one. I don't see, no, you know what, Cabbage? I don't necessarily think that's true anymore. I don't necessarily think you have to buy the best bang for your buck. Oh, maybe only on NVIDIA, but with AMD, dude, after looking at this 7600 XT, this entry-level 1080p card that can run games better than the PS5 and Series X, I'm like, oh my gosh, man. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Like, I'm playing freaking Tekken 8 at 4K 60 frames a second on a 1080p card. 4K 60. And I think Digital Foundry said it was like 1440p on the consoles at 60 frames. Is that right? Did anybody watch that? I think they said it was like 1440p or something, and the Xbox is slightly higher. You know what I mean? Like, I can run games at native 1440p on this, native 4K. Yeah, the XFX cards only have the 2.1s and then the 1.4. But they have HDMI 2.1 as well. Half true. It was a pony converting to Xbox. Yes, you're right. Dude, I've been a pony since the PS1, man. I was a hardcore pony during the PS4 generation until I bought Xbox One X. And then I was like, man, I don't know if I'm a pony anymore, man. I think these Xbox games are pretty dang good. See, because I never cared about Halo so I didn't even start playing first-person shooters until the PS4 generation, because that's, like, I couldn't do it before. They just made me dizzy. But then after they started making them, and I don't know, I converted really quickly. I like first-person shooters a lot now. I do still like the third-person over-the-shoulder games, but I do like first-person shooters a lot more than I ever have before now. It's really about use case, maybe. I don't know. I don't like Nvidia too much. I mean, they're not. I guess I can't say I don't like them. I just prefer AMD. I love my Fuzz K, bro. I'm in love with Fuzzy. I love Halo. VRAM does matter a lot, and that 16 gigabytes on that 7600 XT actually does make more sense than a lot of people are giving it credit for. I haven't had any issues with it. It runs just fine. I would even beg to differ that that card is probably in its class for 1080p is probably like the most solid. It's pretty damn solid. I mean, there's games that I can't run. I mean, I can't run Forspoken at 1440p at 60 frames a second natively on my 7800 XT or my 4070, but I can 100% run that game at 1080p on the 7600. Actually, yeah, I think it runs at 1080p on the 7600 XT. I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to make sure. I don't remember. But there's like a handful of games out there that most of these cards can't do, and I think the 7600 XT actually did a little bit better on some of those than the other cards in their respected resolution class. And that's kind of the thing that I'm trying to change. You know, my ratings for the cards is I want what I pay for. If I pay for a 1080p card, I want 1080p across the board, ultra settings. But I might switch it to high settings. I might switch that to high settings. Because lately I've been looking at high settings on some of these games. And, you know, I really have been trying to sit here and figure out how to make the games run better without using upscaling. You guys know Fuzz K is beautiful. It's beautiful now. My Oculus right roller have drift. Really? AMD is the absolute value. I don't know, Cabbage. It doesn't make sense how AMD can put out such strong cards with more VRAM and people still look at them like, oh my gosh, those are trash, dude. I really can't understand that mindset. But then they come here and tell me that I need to be open-minded and I need to be more fair to everybody. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you guys kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? I mean, dude, my job is not to prop Nvidia up. I don't care, man. Nvidia already sells on its own. I like my Fuzzy K and checkerbirds, man. I love them checkerbirds. What can I say, man? I'm a pony. I love checkerbirds. If it wasn't for PlayStation 5, them checkerbirds would have been extinct a long time ago. You see, I'm just gonna start like ignoring kind of like the stupid comments about like Nvidia or the AMD bad ones. I just to me it just doesn't. I don't really. I like AMD, so I'm gonna keep pressing along with their stuff. You know, covering these cards long term is just gonna be better anyway. Yeah, I mean it is the best card, but it's not the everyman card. So yeah, I mean it's not really. It's so overpriced that it's not for everybody. You know what? My 7600 XT Cabbage gives me the exact same visuals that 4090 does. You know what I mean? If you set it at 4K Ultra, it's 4K Ultra. If you set the 40, I mean, it doesn't matter. The only thing that changes is the frame rate. That's literally the only thing that changes is the frame rate. So I mean, how can a 4090 be better if I can get the same visuals on a 7600 XT? The only thing you're getting more of is frame rate. That's it. That's why I think PC gaming is a little bit like weird to me, man, because all you need is a playable frame rate. And if you're a console gamer like myself, all you need is 60 frames a second to have a good experience on PC. And you can get that with a 7600 XT. It's true, man. I'm not like seriously, Cabbage. If you go into the settings and you set everything at ultra, and you set the resolution to 4K, and it comes up on the screen and it's in ultra, and it's because the 7600 XT easily has enough VRAM to do that. So you're looking at the image quality and you're like, yeah, dude, that's 4K, you know what I mean? It's 4K, it's ultra settings. I mean, most people say you could look at them side by side and they're the exact same image, but me personally, I don't know, man. Assuming AMD has the Xbox effect, meaning it does not matter what ASMD does, it's not good enough. Yeah, pretty much. AMD could literally come out and be like, yeah, we're dropping the XTX to $200, and people would be like, yeah, that's still trash. Why are they selling it for $200? That's why I think it's stupid every time AMD drops their prices, because that's the exact thing that follows. Yeah, see, I told you it should have been cheaper. Yeah, see, them are trash because they had to lower the price. Every time they do that, it just makes them look dumber and dumber and dumber. And I'm like, AMD, you guys are so dumb. You guys are so dumb. Quit dropping the price, man. Yeah, you might not be playable for Cabbage. It might not be playable, but yeah, you can turn all those settings on and it looks the same. If you turn them all on and you go into photo mode and snap a picture, yeah, they look the same, bro. It's got 4K, it's got ultra settings. It just might not be playable. The visuals do not change much. They do make good single player games. I don't I hate Nvidia, but I still think they still make playable freaking graphics cards. They just don't care about longevity. XT or XTX, you can't decide. Whichever one fits your budget the best, man. If you want to save some money, get the XT. If you want to splurge and buy the top of the line, buy the top of the line, bro. It's one of those things where I don't think. See, I don't have an XTX, so I can't really say this. So I don't know how much performance you'll actually gain. But I don't think it's $200 more. Because what is it? 709. You can get an XT for 709 right now. Some places. So is it really $300? Is the uptick that you'll get for that really worth the $300? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I mean, XTX is the top of the line. You probably won't have to replace it for a very long time, but I don't really see you having to replace the 7900 XT anytime soon either. Especially at the rate these games are coming out, man. Yeah, Avatar is pretty decent, but very repetitive. I finally got my flying mount. Everett Mac, Elvert Mac, $10. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. When you buy a 4090 7900 XTX, you're not buying for now, but 5 years plus of not upgrading, you're paying for longevity of the card. 7900 XTX should last 10 years, and a 4090 should last a couple of years longer. You know what, Elvert? Let's really take this apart for a second, though, bro. Are you really paying for 10 years with these two cards? We're entering an era where direct storage and all of these other things are coming out for Microsoft and DirectX. We're moving over to faster storage, and we're getting better CPUs and stuff. Do you really think that? I think within the next 2 years we're gonna really know. I think right now things are fine, but I think in 2 years, I think in 2 years, if developers really go in and change um, gosh dang it, and change their engines, they might be able to crank out a lot more than what we got right now. Okay, so I don't know if I 100% agree with that right now. I would like to believe that games are just gonna stay stagnant for the next 10 years, but I don't know, man. We've seen a lot just in the last 3 years with Unreal Engine 5, with Alan Wake 2 on the Northlight engine, with Forspoken with the Luminous engine, and some other games that we've seen, like these engines push past the technology that we already have right now. So I think with things like AMD's fluid motion frames or frame generation stuff like that, maybe. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that things could potentially get a lot worse before they get better, pretty quickly. You know what I mean? I do agree for the most part. Like I 100% do agree for the most part. Just remember though, Xbox is number one. Xbox is number one. Xbox has the most exciting games coming out of the two platforms, PlayStation 5 and Xbox. At least for me, anyways. I am interested in Rise of Ronin, but on the PlayStation stack, yeah, dude, that sounds. I mean, Xbox definitely has more exciting games coming. The video cards do display the graphics the same. The only graphics that would be different is a feature being used that another graphics card does not have. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I want Avatar? I already have Avatar, Victor. I already have Avatar. If you don't want it, you can just post the code in one of the streams, bro. Once you come on the stream, you could just drop the code in the stream if you want, man. That's how I see it. I actually just got another code for Avatar with my 7600 XT. I gave it to somebody on Discord. We were talking on Discord the other night, and they said they wanted it, so I just gave them that code. None of these cards will last 10 years. I mean, I think that right now we're at a place where things could get way more, way more, what is it? Way more demanding, a lot faster than these cards can keep up. No chance you're getting 10 years out of a card. I don't think right now, anyways. I mean, I get what everybody was saying. Like last generation, everybody was saying, "Hey, Frog, get the 40, get the 3090, get the 3090. It'll last you X amount of years, right?" Well, my 7900 XT is more powerful than the 3090, and who knows how long that's going to last. So I mean, we'll find out, I mean, like I like my 7900 XT. I'm absolutely happy with it. But I'm also happy with my 7800 XT. I mean, and people are already struggling on that 3090. So I don't know. I mean, and that's the way I look at it, dude. The 3090 is already struggling, and the 4090 is definitely faster. But who knows? Who knows? I could buy an XTX Taki right now for $700 brand new, but I don't know if I want to make the switch. LOL, it's better than the TI Super, so it makes sense. But I'm so used to Ingredia. Dude. Silfrido. I don't know. Maybe I said that right. Maybe I didn't. The thing is, AMD software, bro, is so easy. It's so easy. It's like a bebe could do it. It's like a bebe could do it. You'll get in there and you'll start playing around with it, and before you know it, dude, you've completely like you go back to Nvidia and it's like archaic, bro. It's like something that like it should. What is it like Windows 95, man? I swear, every time I see the NVIDIA thing, I'm like, this is Windows 95. It's such a pain in the butt to set up NVIDIA, bro. You've got, like, all that stuff, and, oh, man. Dude, you download the AMD software, you hit install, and it's like, boom. And then you get into it, and you're like, oh, my gosh, I could just tap that button, and it works. Yeah, dude, it's so much easier to deal with AMD software. I think that's like one of the biggest things I love about AMD is just how user freaking friendly it is, man. It is not a freaking hassle at all. It's so simple. It's so simple. Even a Bebe could do it. People did with the 1080 Ti. That was a 10-year card. Yeah, 1080 Ti is a different story though. I think 1080 Ti. We were 1080 Ti came out what in gosh, when was that? It's been almost 10 years since the 1080 Ti came out, and it's barely starting to now that they got newer engines and newer stuff coming out, Elver, it's starting to fall apart, bro. And I think that we're going to get newer engines and stuff, before the 4090 actually has enough to stretch. You know what? I don't know. I think the 4090 and 7900 XTX probably could do 10 years. Yeah. Can't wait for Wolverine. See, we say, I mean, 1440p, but these cards are already super bottlenecked at like 1080p, man. They're already at a point where 1080p just doesn't even make sense to use, even my 7800 XT sometimes. 3090 Ti, $700 cash last month. Happy with the purchase. 2 years last warranty, future proof, plus last of EVGA Beast cards, 24 gigabyte, last at least 5 to 7 years. Not knocking AMD. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know for sure, like how long these cards are gonna last, and sitting here trying to pretend that we do. I mean, that's just kind of dumb, don't you think? I mean, I think that if you're gonna buy anything from the 3000 or 30 series from Nvidia, it would have been the 3090. Yeah, I mean, if everybody drops their engines to move to UE5, oh, UE5 is pretty promising, man. It's pretty promising. I've seen enough different types of games running on UE5 now to think that, yeah, maybe it won't all be the same like it was with UE4. UE4 was kind of annoying, but it will have playable frame rates without the lowest settings and graphics, not including missing graphical new features. Can't wait for Wolverine. Dude, I've never been a Wolverine fan, so I'm not really too excited about that one. I am going to cover Suicide Squad. I did pick that one up. Dude, I'm not really a big Suicide Squad fan. I mean, I will cover Wolverine when it comes out, but yeah, dude, I'm not like super like, oh my gosh, Wolverine. Helldivers 2 looks rough. It's going to be the best, dude. It's going to sell more than freaking Power World, bro. The ponies are just waiting for that. They're just waiting for him to open the door. Not too long away. Buy a GPU, keep it for 4 to 5 years, and upgrade GPU in 4 years. Now will be way faster. Yeah. I mean, if you get the top of the line GPUs right now and you can make them last for 4 years, that would be pretty good. I'm kind of curious to see how long the 7800 XT is going to last, to tell you the truth. 2017 is when the 1080 Ti came out. Kind of figured was a banger of a card. Yeah, until ray tracing was the very next generation. They're like, look, it's ray tracing, and everybody's like, oh man. But don't worry, 1080 guys, you guys are still good, man. Ray tracing isn't really that playable unless you're gonna spend a lot of money for it. Mesh shaders. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't use those because it just kind of blurs things out. Pisses me off. It's so annoying. The tweaks I have to make to have a decent frames, and my 3070 is so annoying. Another reason for me going AMD. Yeah, dude. I mean, I feel bad for anybody that bought like a 30 series card, man. They really got freaking slapped upside the head, dude. They're like, yeah, these are going to be just fine, man. 8 gigabytes is just going to be awesome. And then you're trying to play a game and it's like, man, I can't even max out my settings at 1080p. This sucks. My PS5 is better than a 7900. Whatever, Jay. You know your PS5 is not as good as that. Your PS5 is better than the Nvidia 30 stack. That's for sure. Dumb card because it only marginally better the 80 or so much more than the yeah. I mean, I never really looked at that, dude, but it does kind of seem like all of them 3090s aren't that strong, man. I'm dropping there. Yeah. UE5 can be really easy on VRAM. Yeah, that's true. Unreal Engine 4 games stayed around to this day, leaving graphics cards a false belief on how long cards will last. UE6, yeah. I mean, UE6 is going to come out probably, I don't know, man. It's like almost UE, like Unreal Engine updates every console generation. I don't think, but baby hand, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be UE 6. I think it's gonna be something like UE Infinite or something. UE Unreal Engine Forever or something. So whatever stupid name they come up with to drop the number, it's just gonna be continuous after this. UE 5 is a very very good engine that I just see them building on and building more into. So I think UE 5 they'll probably drop the numbered entry and just go with continuous or something. You know what I mean? This is Unreal Engine 5 Infinite. I'm like, okay, whatever. Great card for the games made at that time. Now games run on M2s and are over 60 gigabytes per game. 7900 XTX and is the 1080 Ti of this generation. I think so. I know your PS5 is better than last gen. Yeah, 3080 was good, man. 3080 10 gig was no good. It's no good. 12 gig is no good either. They're not that good. You can say they're good all you want, but they're not that good. They're not very good. I don't think they're very good. I think they are not very good cards. I'm sorry. The 3080 12 gig for the price that card cost, yeah, that's not a good card. That's not a good card at all. If it was like $600, then it would be a good card, but it wasn't. It wasn't $600, dude. It was a lot of money. Power World, yeah, Power World's pretty fun. I wish I could play it, but I just don't care that much for survival games. See if the new AMD card, because I'm about to buy the XTX. I don't think the AMD is gonna pull out anything bigger than an XTX. The only thing that I could see them doing is making like a 7850 or 7850 XT or something. Maybe adding more, maybe renaming the GRE and bringing that out as a. I still think it would be shaved down a little bit, but that's the only thing I could really see them doing is maybe beefing that card up some more and putting out one more in between card in between the 7800 and the 7900 XT. Because, I mean, the only thing they could do with the 7900 XT is make it a 7800 or 7900 XTX. they pretty much brought out a good stack this time. I kind of wish they would have never brought out the 7600 and just brought out the 7600 XTX or XT. I mean, maybe add 16 gigs to the 7700 XT. I don't know. Those 12 gigabyte cards, man. I have trust issues with VRAM these days. Yeah, I bought a 7900 XT. Nice. 3080 12 gig came out in March 2022. I know, huh? That card was so dumb, so ridiculously expensive, man. Oh, gosh. UE5 typo. Buy the XTX and don't worry about what comes out next. I pay $800 for my XTX off Amazon and I got a great deal. Yeah, that is a great deal. Froggy Phil PSVR 2 is worth it? No. I not for $550, no. Not, I mean, if they drop it to like $300, absolutely, dude. The PSVR 2 is incredible, man. The PSVR 2 is it is very good. It is just not worth $550, man. I feel so dumb for buying that last year. Half-Life Alyx, yeah, Half-Life Alyx is good. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't like the little point and freaking move thing. I don't care for that. I like to be able to move my character and just walk. It makes me sick, but I like doing it that way as opposed to making the thing and shooting it out somewhere. I don't really like that too much. But back to the freaking thing at hand, man. Like, I don't know, man. I really do think that that PC gaming is more of a, I don't know, man. I kind of wish that graphic card generations were 4 years. To be completely honest with you, man, I think 2 years is just too soon for that. I think they should have a 4 year gap in between them, because then I think that we would get. I think that way we would get better uptick, and there wouldn't be so much anxiety when it comes to PC gaming, man. Like a lot of people, dude, there's so much. If you look at the PC market, bro, if you get on Reddit and you just listen to the way people talk, there's so much unneeded anxiety about PC gaming, and it just doesn't. It's not good, man. It's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. Power color had to repaste, but after that, great card. Yeah. 3 in fluid motion frames in Modern Warfare, and it felt really good to me personally. It is. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Fluid motion frames is not bad. I know a lot of people say it's not good because NVIDIA, but it's not bad, dude. Like I can use it and be just fine with it. it just smooths out my screen and makes it look smoother. It doesn't matter to me, man. Like I don't feel like I'm getting any terrible latency or anything because I'm using a controller. Like it's not bad. I don't even think it's bad on the NVIDIA cards. Like I think frame generation is actually kind of cool. At first, I didn't care for it. I was like, fake frames, because I thought it was going to completely distort and ruin the image quality. But to my surprise, on a 1440p monitor, it absolutely looks fine. I know you don't have to upgrade every 2 years, but you're going to feel like you need to upgrade every 2 years, especially when you start buying games and on the back of the game or on the required specs, it tells you need a better GPU to run the game. Yeah, dude, you're going to feel like you need to upgrade all the time. Dude, think about how I felt like when I just bought my 3080 and I started seeing games come out and be like, man, you need a 3090 to run this game, or you need this, or you need that. And I was like, what the freak? That's the kind of stuff that really drives the PC market mad. New graphics cards come out, and then all of a sudden, those are the requirements for having the best experience you can get. And then they put on some stupid stuff that like says, oh yeah, if you use this card, you're gonna get 30 frames per second. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. RDNA 5 is gonna be awesome. I think that, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to buy AMD's cards next generation so that I can test them or whatever for the channel. But like during this learning phase for the rest of this year, I'm just going to not do NVIDIA anymore. Like, I don't care. Negative reviews on XTX, that makes me rethink about getting it. Well, of course, there's a lot of negative things out there being said, strange things. Why wouldn't they? Dude, they want you to buy an NVIDIA card, bro. That's it. Go look at everything, man. Once you get that AMD card, strange things, and you plug it in and you use it and you play it and you see how the experience is, you're going to look at all the other negative reviews just like I do, and you're going to be like, dude, this is crap. AMD deserves more credit than what they get. There's a lot of negative stuff out there, but most of it, 90% of it, is probably unwarranted fear-mongering to keep you on the hamster wheel. Did they fix the 7900 memory not boosting problems? Driver on or bad cards? I didn't know there was a boosting problem. I didn't know that. Is there one? What's all cap? You have to buy a new card every generation. Onyx, you have to buy a new card every generation. You have to. If you're an elitist, that is what you do. You buy a new card every generation so that you can tell everybody that you have the best. That's what you do. As a PC elitist, there's no way around that. You have to be better. Ask our buddy Rogue. That dude's like, 4090 is the best. I'm going to go buy one. I'm going to buy one right now. Sorry, guys. I have to change my battery every once in a while. In other news, I've lost 3 dress sizes. PC prices as a whole have gotten out of hand because everyone is using them. Not just gamers. 10 years ago, it was just gamers. Now there are gamers, content creators, and everyone else. Yeah, you're right. And the crypto guys. Hey, glad you didn't give up on the tech channel. I gave up on the Nvidia part of it. Like, I'm not going to buy Nvidia products, dude. If I don't have anything nice to say about them, I should probably just quit buying them, right? I mean, I figure it's wasted energy for me to cover Nvidia because I have to put the card in. I have to yeah, dude, it's just annoying. I don't even have to do that with the AMD cards, bro. I could put the AMD card in and then the drivers are already the same. You know what I mean? It instantly recognizes the cards. And then, you know, at worst case scenario, all I got to do is like run a fix for the drivers or reload the drivers or something like that. And I've only had to do that one time. That dude tweet wild shit about you. Who did? Oh, Rogue. That dude's so dumb. It's not. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for his parents, bro. Could you imagine having a kid like that living in your freaking basement, bro? I mean, seriously, man. Like, think about that for a minute. You're a parent and you got Rogue living in your basement, coming up and yelling at you, Mom, the Xbox! Mom, the Xbox! And the dude's like 35 years old, bro. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine that? Like a little console warrior living in your basement, eating Hot Pockets all day, getting mad at Xbox, bro. Like, Xbox! And all they do is talk about Xbox. I bet that kid's mom is nuts. She's probably going insane. This kid won't shut up about Xbox. He won't shut up. Ooh, boy. You didn't get notified, Mr. Glass? Man. Dude, I don't know what YouTube's got going on, bro. YouTube ruins everything sometimes. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade to AM5. I'm just not going to do it till probably I don't know, man. I'll probably just wait until the new GPUs come out and then I'll see if I need to or not. But yeah, I will upgrade to I will eventually be going over to AM5. Just like everything else, all the fools paying $2K for 4090. Oh gosh, I know, dude. Those guys are so not smart. Buy a big card, buy a big supply. No, man, I don't know. Like, I'm fairly satisfied, you know, most of the time with the mid-range. Like, I am. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Like, I think my favorite card out of all 3 of these AMD cards is probably my 7800 XT. I like that card. And I think I like it more. Because it's a 1440p card that can push into 4K, but also does, you know, 1080p very well. You haven't upgraded your CPU yet? I'm doing it this year. See, is easy to avoid FOMO. I'm gonna leave right next to, and I live right next to Micro Center. Yeah. I handed down my 6950 XT to my son. He loves it. Yeah, that's a good thing, man. I'm gonna be handing these cards down to my kids. I'm gonna build them both some PCs. I'll probably just end up getting another 7800 XT and making them both the same ones. Actually, the only one that wants a PC is the baby cakes. She's the only one that Junior doesn't want one. He wants to be a Nintendo forever. Tech G-Sync Pulsar, yeah. I did hear about those, but I won't have an Nvidia, so it doesn't matter to me. Are now using them for AI. In that case, that's your cheapest option, probably. Underdog lover like me. I don't know, man. Like, I just kind of see, I see things differently than a lot of people do. A lot of people think, yeah, it's the best. you know, they're like, oh my gosh, Apple. And I'm just like, dude, I don't like Apple, man. Like I have no desire to have, I have no desire to be like, to run around with like things that people worship as a symbol, man. Like I don't care about that. I just care about having a good time with my video games, and AMD absolutely delivers that for me. And the experience, in my opinion, is so much better than the Nvidia experience that I just like it more. That's fine. I can be that way. Could you just imagine if I just jumped on the bandwagon with everybody else? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not a bandwagon kind of guy, man. I can make up my own mind. I like things. Release the ability to interact with NPCs and AMD don't. Will you be spewing? So that tech is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I would like to be able to interact with NPCs that way, to be completely honest with you. That is something that I talked about on the channel before as being something that I would really like to see happen. So yeah, I would definitely appreciate that. And if it is only on Nvidia, that could skew things depending on how it is. If it comes out like ray tracing and you got to wait 15 generations for it to be good, no, dude, I don't care about it. But if it comes out and it works, AMD has AI too, so I'm not 100% worried about it not working. 7700X, that's not a bad setup. That's an 8-core processor. It'll last them for a while. I don't think that's a bad setup at all. There's a lot like Apple, easy, expensive, and not needed. Yeah. Your channel would be a copy of everyone else. Exactly. I'm an original content creator. Original. They call me Original Froggy because I'm an original content creator. I create the stuff that comes to my brain, even if it does come out a little bit weird. Sorry, man. I'm a video game nerd. What do you expect? 90% of the stuff I say is imaginary. No, I'm just I've got one of them imaginations. Like I sit here, like my brain is so dumb because of the ADD or whatever, that like I'll sit here and I'll get these ideas in my head and they come out like, they sound really good in my head, but they come out very dumb. And after I play back the video and watch it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds dumb, but upload. You already did it. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know, like the other day, I mean, obviously, Xbox Series X and PS5 have 16 gigs of RAM inside them. I do realize, and I know that they are split, but they also have some of the biggest RAM pools that we've ever had. So I figure 16 gigs of VRAM should be enough to compensate for what the consoles can push and give you better image quality on the PC. Unless a person cashed it out for real tangible assets, it's nothing more than monopoly money. Exactly, dude. People are like, yeah, I mean, I'm so rich with crypto. And then they're like, oh, dang, the bottom just fell out again. I'm like, dude, I would never spend my money on that. See, first of all, I like physical stuff more than I like money. So why would I buy invisible stuff with money? Where are you going? Oh, good night. Have a good night. Yes, I've still got some time to hang out. Frog, I don't see your third GPU box. It's up there in the closet, bro. There's one in the closet. There's one right here. And the other one is over there on the floor. It fell down and I have not picked it up yet. So should I just have these like GPU boxes just sitting everywhere? Yeah, AMD. I'm actually considering getting a new shelf, so that I can have a whole shelf back there to stack all my GPUs on. I was gonna get one the other night, but then I was like, dude, if I do that, then I got to get rid of that one, and this other little table thing that I got in there. But I think I might. I think I might go to Costco tomorrow after work and pick that up. Have to use them old brands. AMD did do a better did do better with multi-monitor setup. Absolutely, it's so much easier. So much easier. You don't even have to sit. You don't even have to get in there and set everything up, man. Like on the freaking stupid Nvidia card, I got to get in there and it's like set up multi-monitor. Dude, I hate control panels so bad. I think it's so dumb. Yeah, pretty soon I'll have all my AMD Radeon boxes standing up all proud. Display my pride, exactly. I want to switch out that whole top shelf up there a little bit. But then I got to move. See, I got to move my whole sim racing setup to move everything around in there. But I think it'll be cool. I'll be switching that up a little bit. It'll look different here in the coming weeks. I got to find a better place to display my flag too. GeForce Experience. I might actually hang the flag downward. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Just know I need to make that shelving area look so much better. Got my Oculus, my PS5 case, my Xbox, my controllers. The GeForce Experience. Oh, dude. I went to Dello High School. It's right next to Weatherford, Texas. Oh, I see. Daniel has the exact same benchmark clips every video. What do you mean? What, Daniel Owens? Yeah, I don't know if he goes through and actually like records like new videos. I mean, how else would he do that, dude? If he has a full-time job like I do, I know that guy ain't got that much time. I know he ain't got that much time. And if he does, bro, like I can already tell you, dude, that like I know he doesn't have the time to do all that. So I mean, he's like using old footage and stuff. And for him to say like, "Oh, I can't get like the avatar to show me to 20," that's crap, dude. I was just checking that out the other day. I'm going to do another one on my 7900 XT and show you guys that it clearly goes past 120. It doesn't just V-sync it to make the NVIDIA card look better. See, I got to quit watching other people's content, dude, because it just makes me mad. Please stop sending me other people's content like that, guys. I don't care. I do my own testing. I do my own analyses. And I do I'm not trying to be like everybody else. I am an original content creator. Please don't send me their stuff anymore, dude. I don't really care. I know that sounds mean, but I don't want to be like them. I want to be me. I don't want to regurgitate what everybody else says. I want to do my own stuff and learn my own lessons and make up my own mind. I don't want any kind of influence, man. And when I watch it and it just sounds like they're just regurgitating a whole bunch of NVIDIA marketing stuff, it just makes me mad. I'm like, why would you guys regurgitate this stuff, dude? Why would you tell everybody to buy a GPU based on DLSS? That sounds dumb to me. That's the whole reason we're in this situation that we are right now. That's why I'm so anti-NVIDIA, dude, because I think it's fake. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. Who are they playing? Dude, don't tell me. I don't care. I'm not a football fan. I don't watch football. But I'm glad that you guys are happy about the 49ers. Should have been the Dallas Cowboys. Should have been the Cowboys, baby. I was actually thinking about buying a Cowboys jersey just because I like the way they look. AMD and I have a love-hate relationship. Yeah, I mean, I could see AMD fumbling and doing stupid stuff, but for right now, I think the 7000 series is solid, and I think the 6000 series is solid. That's 2 in a row. Can they go for 3 and do another solid generation? Time will tell. We'll find out soon. Oh, man. We will find out soon. Oh. Oh man, I would really like to. Dang, dude, we've already been on here for an hour. Sapphire, nice, nice. i9 13900K, and it's fantastic. Are you sure it's fantastic? Are you sure that it is fantastic, man? Like, I hear a lot of people saying good things about it, AMD, but then I hear a lot of people saying that it's just trash. I was using RX 6800 XT for a few years. Nice, nice. I just want to make sure it's not trash like everybody else says it's trash. Everybody says everything's trash. I like my XFX, dude. I'm actually pretty partial to FXX now, probably because it's the only ones that I can buy at Best Buy. Best Buy doesn't really stock any of the other graphics cards, bro. I'm like, dude, what the heck? And you know what's funny, dude? Like, I was gonna buy this from Best Buy, but I had to order it from Newegg just to get it. And I had to wait a whole extra day, dude. That was so annoying. So annoying. The $100 jump, worth it to go from 68 non XT to 7800 XT. Do you already have a 6800 or are you buying a 7800 XT? I personally, dude, would recommend the new tech. I would recommend the 7800 XT. I just think it's an incredible GPU. I love mine. I think it's incredible. It's probably my favorite of the three. Just because of, where it sits. I like that. I like the 7800 XT. I don't have a 6800, so I can't tell you 100%, dude. I don't know. But yes, in terms of like the new tech and everything in the 7800 XT, absolutely, man. It's a great card. Hope he's got a beefy power supply. That's a 400 watt card. Ooh, yeah, it is a beast. It's pure trash. Might light on fire for the heat later. Oh my gosh. I'm very tempted on just buying a 7900 XT, but kind of coping on the 4080 Super benchmarks though. Currently on a 3070. Well, you know what you could do, bro, is buy the 7900 XT right now, put it in your PC, play with it for a few days, and then when this 4080 comes out, if it's just too much for you to handle, take it back and get it, bro. Because then you'll at least know that AMD is a solid choice. Then you'll at least know that AMD is 100% there if you don't want to pay the ridiculous prices for the dude, that 4080 Super is going to get freaking scooped up by scalpers immediately. Immediately, dude. You're going to be... I can already see it now, dude. Everybody that's like, yeah, the 4080 Super. Every single one of them dudes, if you're not sleeping outside the store, you're not going to get one on launch, bro. You might get one a few months later or whatever. I don't know. I can already tell you the scalpers are coming for that card, bro. They want that thing bad. They want it so bad. They're going to get there and they're going to have it. That's the one thing you never have to worry about with AMD is freaking scalpers, dude. Well, I mean, in the 6000 series generation you did when things were getting bad, but like normal, you don't have to worry about that, dude. You don't have to worry about scalpers coming after. Dude, you can readily get 7900 XTX and 7900 XT, like no problem. I mean, I could literally get on Amazon right now and have a XTX delivered tomorrow if I had the money in my account. 4080 Super's going for 16. Yeah, I would not pay that. Absolutely not freaking pay that, dude. I'm going to sell my house to buy a GPU. Just sell your car. It's easier. No, I'm just. I got lucky, picked up a brand new 4080 for 1019. See, that's not a bad deal. I mean, if you can get it for MSRP at $1,000, I don't have a problem with that. But don't pay scalpers prices for an Nvidia card when you can get something that's dang good on a AMD. $6950X. I'm gonna build, but probably get another 7900 XTX. Only the FE. Oh yeah, only the FE. Oh yeah, the FEs are the only ones that are going to get scalped because they're $999. The other ones are going to be like $1,200, so it's not going to matter. You're going to pay $1,200 for that card either way. Absolutely, dude. I really do think they do that. I really do think they go out of their way to. I mean, like at Best Buy, bro. I put a 4070 Super or a 4070 Super in my cart because I was gonna buy it, and then boom, all of them instantly were out of stock when they went live, and the only thing they had was AIBs, and there were more money. Oh, nice, Jay. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm 125 days into the in the carnivore diet. I'm still doing it, not cheating. Still doing it every day. Just working out and stuff now, man. Like it's incredible. Like you feel so much better so fast once you start doing the carnivore diet. Like you start changing pretty rapidly. Um Oh yeah, you saw my interview on the no carb life. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. I was talking with Dave. So man, I like the last couple videos you released. I'm glad to see you aren't letting the negativity from Nvidia bros get to you anymore. Man, I was just having a bad day, David. Gosh dang it, man. I bought the 7600 XT, and I was hoping to capitalize, and I was hoping that the lower end guys would show up and want to see that and support the channel. And but then again, I thought to myself, I'm like, wait a minute, dude, it's probably going to take a little bit of time for those videos to take off. So I was getting a little bit mad, and the only comments I was seeing in there, 16 gigabytes is trash, 16 it's trash on that card. And I'm like, no, it's not, dude. I've been testing this card for like 3 days now, and it's not trash. I can tell you that it makes your games run smoother. I would much rather have more VRAM than not enough VRAM. So when they're like, it's $60 more, dude, you get 8 more gigs of VRAM. $60 for 8 more gigs of VRAM? Okay, that sounds fair to me. And you get a free copy of Avatar, a $70 video game, for buying that card. So they're basically charging you for the game. So it's fine. You've been doing great. Keep up. Ignore the haters. Of course we'll ignore the haters. I don't know why I let them get to me sometimes, man. I mean, what are they gonna do? Keystroke me to death? I mean, honestly. Says you get 50% uplift going from that card relatively, if that's worth the cash. That's your call, but you'll notice the difference for sure. On what? 50% uptick on what card? They be simping. Simps are gonna simp. That's true, man. The Nvidia bros, they really do love their Nvidia. I don't get it, man. Like I get the whole DLSS thing, man, but then I don't, I don't like the way it makes everything just look overly too perfect. So there's these two games called out. There's these two games out. Deliver Us the Moon and Deliver Us Mars. And these games both feature ray tracing, and it's very good ray tracing. And guess what? That ray tracing works on my card, bro. And one of them doesn't even have FSR, so you can't use FSR on the first game. The second game you can, and yeah, dude, both of them are pushing over 60 frames a second at 4K. So I was like, ooh, wait a minute. I guess ray tracing does work on the AMD cards. That's something that like really needs to get put to bed. Ray tracing doesn't work good on like 4 or 5 Nvidia sponsored titles, but even those two are Nvidia sponsored titles and they work. Blast from the 68 non XT to the 7800 XT. Do you have a 6800 XT right now or a 6800? If you've already got a 6800, man, are you not happy with it? Are you not happy with the level of performance that you're getting out of that card? Because I thought the 6800 has 16 gigs of VRAM too. Doesn't it? Doesn't that one have 16 gigs of VRAM? Yeah. Okay, if you don't got it, then yeah, dude, get the freaking, yeah, get the 7800 XT. Don't, yeah, that's there is more. You are getting more power out of the 7800 XT. Absolutely. I mean, if it was a 6800 XT with a $100 gap, then I don't know. Those cards perform pretty similar. At least in the benchmarks, they perform pretty similar, but you never know. I mean, the drivers next year could make the 7800 XT even more powerful. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. It's AMD, man. Are needed. The flagship cards are needed. The answer is no, of course not. However, if you can find a 7900 XTX for a good price, then the longevity you'll get out of it, yeah, will make the extra cost up. I think if you're buying a top end card, the 7900 XTX absolutely makes the most sense because the top end card for Nvidia is almost $1,000 more than that. So yeah, dude, absolutely save that money. Buy that one. 6800 XT is the same price, which confuses you. I would just go with the 7800 XT. There are a few games that the 6800 XT does perform a little bit better in, but the 7800 XT is a little bit more of like, it's kind of a different architecture too. You've got the 7800 XT is built on the chiplet design, whereas the 6800 XT is not. So it might get a little bit more efficient as time goes on with new drivers and stuff. So my money's on the 7800 XT. You can buy the 3-year-old card, but at the same time, you're already, if that's my opinion, is like if you buy a 3-year-old card, you're already 3 years technically behind. So I don't know if the cards only last 4 years or whatever, like people say, then you got one more year with that card, and then you need to upgrade it, right? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, man. They're not the same card. They are. One is a chiplet design, one is a monolithic design. That is not the same. They are inherently different. They are different. It's just unfortunate that they perform the same. But the new one has more AI cores. It's got better ray tracing. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, like, you get better AI and you get better ray tracing with the 7800 XT. Why would anybody recommend getting a 6800 XT because I get pretty decent ray tracing on that 7800 XT. Now the 6950 is a beast, yeah. Overclock and undervolt. So, yeah, I get that they perform the same, but one of them has better AI and better ray tracing. You're trying to tell me that you would recommend the old card over the better ray tracing. Mr. I love ray tracing. You're saying get the card that doesn't have ray tracing over the new card that has better ray tracing? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Obviously, they don't perform the same because one has better ray tracing performance, so that's not exactly true. Rasterized performance, yeah, they both perform pretty much the same, but ray tracing is clearly better on the 7800 XT. I don't know, man. See, like, yeah, that's a hard one, man. Like, I can't. I mean, if they're the same price, I would get the new one. I mean, clearly that's the better option. Clearly that's the better option. But if you can get the other one for significantly less money, then I don't know. I still recommend the new one. I recommend the new cards. Oh, but I don't know. I do kind of feel like the high end cards are just a way to I don't know. I don't necessarily think they're 100% use is needed. And here's my thought process. If you buy the mid-range cards for the price of the top end cards, you could upgrade every generation and get newer better features instead of just buying one to last you 4 years. You can get newer features with each iteration of generation of cards, man. Ray tracing is a joke. Oh dang! 2 more games you mentioned being more of a requirement than a choice. Yeah. 2 Mars games you mentioned. It is being more of a requirement than a choice. Yeah. Ray tracing is a gimmick and not something to base your GPU on, but still think the 7800 XT is better. Yeah, I think you'd probably be just fine without trying to do any of the ray tracing stuff, man. It's the same price. The new one makes sense, but RT is okayish on both. I'd turn it off. Yeah, I'd turn it off too. Not been here for a while. Been on for a bit. My CPU took a wrong turn and died. Dang, that sucks. I find the stutter struggle on PC very annoying. Do you have an AMD card? Do you have an Nvidia card? If you have an Nvidia card, yeah, I agree. Did you get Intel Arc? No, I'm not gonna buy the old Intel card. I'll buy the Battle Mage though. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna buy Battle Mage, man. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I will buy one just so I can test it, but I'm not really gonna be doing like the whole tech swap thing all the time. Ray tracing is cool, but right now it's a joke. I think one of the other generations, though, it's no longer going to be a joke. Yeah, after it starts getting better, yes, then it'll be more once it's more usable at the lower end, then yeah, then I could see it being something that like, yeah, dude, that's cool. It's gonna make things better. The only game that's amazing in path tracing, yeah, it looks all right. I'm kind of over the whole cyberpunk visuals though. It's still years from being perfected. I wouldn't say the only game. Alan Wake looks better. Alan Wake looks pretty good. Nvidia frog, damn you. You're an Nvidia. You're an Nvidia? Oh no. Oh no. For the 7900 XT, which aftermarket variant do you guys recommend? First AMD card I'm considering. I buy the XFX. I've had really good. That's the first one I bought, and it works great. The 7900 XT comes with its own bracket with FXX, and it's solid. It's way solid, but it is a long card, dude. It is massive. It's like 14 inches long, even when it's cold outside. Oh man, Sapphire Nitro. See, a lot of people say Sapphire. I like XFX. Okay, you're right, Onyx. I should get the Intel so I can say it looks better than XCSS is better than DLSS. But then all the Nvidia bros will be like, "No, I tried it on my Nvidia card and it doesn't look as good as DLSS." I'm like, dude, really? You need to try the tech on their own cards, man. I think FSR looks better on AMD cards than it does on the Nvidia cards. Nitro or XFX, I guess. I just like the fact that you get that stabilizing bar with the XFX for the 7900 XT. I think it's incredible, and you get it for the XTX too if you buy that. So you get the stabilizer for it. I will. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, yeah, man, Intel's way better. I like Power Cooler 6950 XT. Yeah, I don't ever hear a whole lot of bad stuff about like the AMD AIBs, bro. XFX, love them. Good service too. Nice, nice. Just tired of Nvidia 4070 and 4070 Ti benchmarks did not impress you. Well, yeah, dude, they're what they should have been when they launched. That's why they're not impressive. They should have been like that when they launched. And that's the thing, man. It's annoying. It's very annoying that they're. I mean, the AMD cards have been pretty much that power since they come out. Yes, I've been on the 24.1.1 since it was in preview beta. I've been using that the whole time. I've been testing games on that for months now, using AMD's fluid motion frames and all that other stuff. The only surprise that really hit me was the ability to upscale like your DX11 other apps like Google Chrome and Windows, media player, stuff like that. That's the only thing that like really they snuck into that I didn't get. And then you got the HAGs or whatever, the hardware accelerated GPU scheduling and stuff. So you've also got that in this driver. So games that can utilize that will be able to utilize that now. So you'll be able to run more tasks on the GPU that don't necessarily. So that'll free up CPU space. That means that potentially your CPUs might not be trash anymore because your GPU will be able to handle some of that, a lot of that processing. Because there's a lot of stuff on the GPU that's not even being used because, let's face it, developers haven't created like, dude. I think technically everything is super unoptimized because could you imagine how amazing games would look if the consoles were 4090 power or 7900 XTX power? Could you freaking imagine? All right, good night, baby hand. Gotta be a good, yep, yeah. If you guys gotta go to bed, you gotta go to bed. It's only 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock here. I got about another half hour of this stream. I was just gonna do 2 hours like I normally try to do. The Nvidia Goblin YouTuber's about to hype up the 4080 Super in a few. I know. The 4080 Super is a super card that does super things with a lower price. It's got super DLSS. I have a 4090. I play Final Fantasy 15 in 4K, but the graphics in the game flicker sometimes. It makes me want to try 7900 XTX. Dude, you could probably try a 7800 XT, bro. Are you talking about 15? I will. I own that on PC. But long. I will download it and see how it runs on the AMD card for you to see if it flickers because I don't remember it flickering. I think I have tried it on here. Let me pull that up right now and start downloading that. If I could put out a video tonight, I'll do that for you, okay? Let me get into my library and then go down to Final Fantasies number 15. Windows Edition. I'll install all 80 whatever gigabytes of that. Gosh dang. Reserve your space, machine. Yeah, I will. I'll download it and I'll put a dedicated video out for you. I got the 7900 XT in the PC right now, so I will. I'll run you a 4K video of that. I'll get you one out. If I have enough time tonight, I'll get it done tonight. Yeah, it's so super we couldn't add it to the first gen car. No, it's super duper. Basically, your monitor and games dictate the GPU you'll need. Absolutely. And see, here's the thing, man. This is probably why I like my 7800 XT, is because it actually feels really optimized with my 5900X. I get like 80% GPU utilization on some games at 1440p on my 7900 XT. I wouldn't sell your 4090 and get a 7900 XTX. You'll regret it later and just buy it to try it first. That's probably what I would do, man. I don't know. If you've already got a 4090, that just... When you're driving or running, okay, I can do that. I'm far enough into the game where I think I have that ability. I don't remember it like flickering or anything, and I think I tried it. I think just before, well, no, I had NVIDIA then. I had the 3080 when I made that video, because it was just when Forspoken was coming out, and I had made a video of Final Fantasy 15 on the Luminous engine running next to that. So I had the 3080 in then. Was there a 2 terabyte drive now? Nice. My new build just started buying parts. We'll hopefully finish buying everything by the end of February. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's going to be great. I need to get more space too. I need more. I'm just going to get like another SATA, like a 4 terabyte SATA for all my recording and stuff. 'Cause I've got a lot of recording to do. I'm so pissed off at NVIDIA. Oh, yeah, exactly. I can afford a 4090. I'm just making a stand, bro. I'm not buying a 4090. Yeah, dude, I'm not going to do that. Should I stay with the 6950 XT on this new build, or should I upgrade to 7900 XT? If it's in your budget, you're going to get more power. Absolutely. I would go with the 7900 XTX, to be completely honest with you, because then you'll be good for a while. What somebody else said, 10 years. For 10% more FPS, that's like 5 frames. Like, of course you need 5 more frames. Of course you need 5 more frames. Like, yeah. No. If it's really only 10% more than a 6950 XT, I don't know about that. RDNA 4 will have a high-end GPU. I don't know. There's a lot of rumors saying no, but I think they're gonna do, like, if anything, they'll do an 8800 XT or something. So an 8800 XT, depending on the uplift that they get out of the if they're still doing chiplets. Because you got to look at it this way, man. This is the first chiplet design they've ever had, and that 7900 XTX is an absolute monster. So if they do chiplet again, that 8800 XT could potentially be stronger than the 7900 XTX. And if that's the case, then I don't know, man. I think that would be all right. I haven't heard it. I mean, the only thing I've heard is rumors, and that would be kind of weird, dude, if AMD actually does come out with an 8900 XTX, and it absolutely is freaking a dang good card. Stop making NVIDIA content. Yes, I'm done making NVIDIA content. I'm not doing it anymore. You don't buy for now. You buy for the at least 5 years later, depending on your resolution. I would love to see myself in that position, but seeing as I'm a content creator, it kind of benefits me more to upgrade. You know what I mean? Every generation, it kind of benefits me more. But there's already enough people out there representing DLSS. I don't think I need to be another one of them. Because I don't care for DLSS. I don't. I wish I would have bought AMD in the first place. To be completely honest with you, I really wish I would have bought AMD. I wish I would have got a 6800 XT. Because then I probably would have been happy. Does FSR have backwards compatibility, like replacing older FSR files with newer ones? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's all in the games. You do have driver level FSR that you can use, and that usually just sharpens everything up, and it looks all right, I guess. I don't really use that much. I use virtual super resolution, dude, which is making your game a higher resolution and then downsampling to like a 1440p monitor or something. I think that looks significantly better than DLSS. No, always buy for now. You got to buy your GPU for right now, in the time of the moment. That's why we recommend NVIDIA. Because NVIDIA is only good for 2 years. And then you're going to need another one. Ooh, man, we're halfway through. 5X 3D combo FSR 3 AMF is going to run everything. Yep, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely, man. AMD's fluid motion frames is actually pretty cool because it works with all DX11 and DX12 games. So when you look at that and you think about that, you're like, dude, there are so many of those games out there that, like, yeah, dude, like your average 7900 XTX is probably the fastest card on the market now. You know what I mean? If you take into consideration fake frames, then it's a beast. I mean, they're already out there trying to bash AMD's fluid motion frames because it is good, and they're like, yeah, I just don't know, man. It's just not as good as a DLSS one. Video until January of 2023. I just bought a 6950, and I'm happy I got this. It rocks everything I play. Yeah. You got that in January? Ooh, I don't know if you really need to upgrade, man. If it's still doing everything you need it to do, I don't know if you need to upgrade, man. I would maybe upgrade when you need to. Only maybe Threadripper for photo and video editing. Yeah. If game has no FSR, yeah. If the game doesn't have FSR, you can use in the drivers. Let me just pull up these drivers. And then let me screen capture on. So in gaming, you go into your gaming tab, you go into graphics, and then right here you have Radeon Super Resolution. This here is driver based. You can use this on all games. You just set your resolution one under and make sure that's clicked on. You can click that on with just a Hyper RX. And then you click that on, then you can sharpen that. You can sharpen it all the way up to 100% or run it down however you want to. I don't ever really use this. The thing I use the most is going to be under the display tab. You're going to look for virtual super resolution, and this right here will let you increase the resolution in game, and then it will super sample back down to the screen's resolution, which in my experience is significantly better than what DLSS looks like way better. Like you get rid of all your jaggies and everything by utilizing that. But yes, Radeon Super Resolution is driver level FSR, and it does work pretty decently in terms of being able to sharpen your image quality and upscale things. It works pretty good. When you need to, or upgrade when your current card still has good resale value to offset the cost of the new card. Yeah, that's a good, yeah, that works too. August to replace a 1080 Ti. See, you guys made smart choices. I mean, if you're coming from like a 10 series card, oh gosh, dude. I honestly recommend this for the people that don't want to have a 2060 Super anymore. Get a 7600 XT. It's an awesome card. I do like this little beast, man. He's a little beast. Probably, I'm going to have a lot of fun this year, testing out these cards with all these newer games. We got Suicide Squad coming out this week. I'll be testing that bad baby out. Tekken 8 was kind of a pointless, buy for me, but I'll play it. It's kind of cool. I like that game. It could be useful for games that are locked to 60 FPS. Absolutely. A lot better if people upgrade their monitors. 7900 XTX running on an old monitor looks like crap. On a decent monitor, it looks awesome. Yeah, see, I've got LG monitors, man. My monitors are good monitors. They're good. It was like $500 for this one and $400 for that one. They're not terrible monitors at all. Go Niners! Yeah, everybody's been talking about the Niners. Good if you have a native 4K 27-inch monitor. I don't like DLSS, man. I don't like it at all. It makes everything look way too perfect, or plastic, or glassy, or glossy. I don't like it. Some people love it. I don't like it. I think it strips out atmosphere in games too. Like if you got a game that's got like good atmosphere or like good good particle effects like flying around and stuff, I think it ruins that. It ruins that immersion for me. You're so happy that the 49ers are going to lose the Super Bowl? Why would you be happy about that? I'm joking, Mr. Dude. I know. I'm a little insensitive when it comes to like football. I don't really care for it too much. It's fine, but I don't ever really play it. I was building my new PC with a new Ryzen 7 7800X3D and a B650 Aorus motherboard. Did the Q flash and still couldn't get into the BIOS. Playing on it. Take out your card or take out your battery and put the battery back in. Reset the BIOS on it. Playing on my Series S, replaying Resident Evil 2. Nice. Resident Evil 2 that's an absolute classic. 7800X3D or 7700X. I'm not 100% gamer, so not sure I would pay the extra $50 for the upgrade to the well, it would give you more longevity. DLSS is like a woman wearing too much makeup calling herself a yeah, for real, huh? You can only put so much makeup on that pig. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, just pull out that battery and reset that BIOS. You got to leave it out for like a minute or something. Just take it out and put it back in and see if it'll boot up then. Make sure you put your memory in the right slots too. The A1 or is it the A1 and B1 or something, or A2 and B2? I don't remember. It should tell you on your motherboard booklet. which slots to put your memory in, but it's usually the first one and then the third one in, away from your CPU. Almost finished downloading. Oh yeah, let's see. Yep, it's ready to play. So let me switch this over to screen capture so that we can see what it's going to look like. Okay, I should have enough power for this. I should have enough power. Some power. Some power. Ooh, did you see me flicker in there for a second? Do 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 do. Gotta turn off the fluid motions frames real fast. Okay, we gotta click that off. Disable. We'll disable that for this particular game. Options. Oh, I can't turn any of that NVIDIA stuff on. All right. Why won't it let me freaking get back into like full screen? I want it back in full screen, sorry. I had to get out and turn off the thing, so now we should be able to get back in there. We don't need a frame rate counter on for this, do we? Run around the open world area, that's where the graphics texture. Okay, yep, no problem. Are you watching on a 4K monitor? $53. I haven't played a lot on this. I beat it on Xbox when it first came out. So try Alt plus Enter next time to fill the screen. Okay, Alt Enter. I finally learned how to use Alt Tab. Damn, this looks good. Wowza. This looks so dense, man. On a 1440p monitor.
You know, one would expect no less of purveyors to the crown.
I'll miss it once this road trip's over with.
There's no reason you can't pay them a visit anytime you please. I'm sure Cindy will be glad.
Yeah, that looks dang stable.
Oh, right, so that's what this is about.
If you need, I could always lend you the regalia. Whoa! Thanks for the offer, but once we're back in the Crown City, I think I'd better score my own wheels.
Dude, this looks good on here. Wowza. I don't think I've looked at this since, gosh, look at this texture work and stuff. I don't think I've looked at this since the 3080, to be completely honest with you. Wow, this looks great. This is another one of those games where I'm like, dude, this looks way better than it did on the 3080.
Bring it on.
These ground textures, man, and these trees. That looks incredible. What do you think, man? Does it look good to you? I'm not seeing any textures flipping and flopping in. Trying to like spin the camera a little bit to see if maybe we can see something, man. I kind of saw a little bit of texture or shadow load. Like you can see that. That kind of shadow as you turn the camera.
Nice here.
It looks better than your 4090. This looks good, man. I remember looking at this on the 3080 and like completely being like, oh yeah, dude, Forspoken way looking better. But this right here, man, the way this looks, I might have to make a video of this in Forspoken now because this looks better than I remember. This looks dense. This looks very dense, bro. Like on this 1440p monitor, like these textures and everything looks so natural and so good. It just looks sharp and crispy on the NVIDIA GPUs, and I don't really care for that look, but this looks natural. It's got like a natural look to it. I guess some would say it's blurry or fuzzy, but to me it looks natural. And I love that. Look at these guys, man. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm not even seeing any poppy loady textures back there. Up on the mountains and stuff, man.
Everything I need now. Eyes peeled, mouth closed.
I bet we're doing pretty decent FPS wise. See, like even out there in the distance, bro, this is good. I'm not seeing no popping or nothing. No poppies. No texture popping, no freaking vegetation popping. Ooh. Your 5800X died somehow. Finally get the 5800X in stock. Nice. I don't like that clear, crisp look, man. I like this. This looks incredible. This looks way better than... Oh, you mean like they got DLSS on this game? I don't even think it has FSR, bro. Because I'm running this at 4K.
Feels so sluggish. Yeah.
Ooh. I'm trying fluid motion frames in Hitman 3. Yeah, but I gotta buy it. I'll have to buy it. Oh wait, I think it's on Game Pass. I can do that. I'll try it. Dang, man, now I kind of want to play this again. This looks very good. Ooh, this is a Final Fantasy 15.
Beautiful day.
DLSS on this is dog water. But it's got DLSS and it's the best. Doesn't even have FSR, man, and it just runs like a freaking breeze, dude. This is such a smooth experience. The only thing I never really liked about this is the boy band, dude. It's like weird, you know what I mean? I like Final Fantasy 16 so much better. This one's good, but I love Final Fantasy 16. Like this trailer right here looks so freaking nice. Like the texture work and material and stuff looks pretty good on that. These shipping containers.
You hear that?
Let's go out here. What?
Thank you so much. Ooh, that couldn't have gone any better.
Oh, wow. Run around outside in the sun. Yeah. Yeah, this game was pretty good, man. Like, playing through this was pretty good, actually. I liked it. Ooh, a piece of candy. Liking blur? I like, dude, does this look blurry to you guys? No, I'm not getting Grand Blue, I don't think. Isn't that a fighting game? I don't think I'm gonna get that one.
Let me give the orders this time. Just keep it short
And simple.
Attack.
I almost forgot combat. Gosh dang it.
Here comes nothing.
Are they all beat up? Okay, they're all beat up. All right. I'm sad that a $1,600 card produced is flickering. So this isn't flickering at all for you? It's not flickering for me. Like it looks good on my $700 card.
Excuse me.
Well, I expect more of a challenge. Don't let up now. This one's just for you. Impressive.
Yep.
Beat down. Take your beat down. Come and get it.
I'll give you that.
Single player co-op game. Plays like Genshin. Yeah. Oh, that Grand Blue's like a Genshin Impact game? I thought it was just a fighting game. Oh, Relink is the non-fighting game one? Okay, maybe I'll grab it then. I don't know. Yeah, so there you go, man. That's how freaking Final Fantasy plays on an AMD card, dude. Absolutely perfect.
Rather sultry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it runs perfect on AMD, man. You know, this isn't like a once in a while kind of occurrence either, man. This is like I find this to be the case a lot to be when playing on AMD versus Nvidia. I don't mind a little bit lower frame rate, but I cannot live with freaking with ugly visuals, dude. Like I just can't do it. So, all right. We're going to go ahead and just get out of this. There we go. So, yeah, dude, I like the way that plays on there, dude. I might actually I'm gonna leave that downloaded and maybe do some maybe play it some more while I wait for Final Fantasy 16 to launch on a PC. Here's your driver settings. Well, how could it be as driver settings, bro? With 4090, you should be able to plug right in and it should just power through everything, right? That's what I'm told. Yeah, I mean, I find that in a few games with Nvidia, man. Like some games will, I don't know, dude. I play so many games that I see so much stuff that probably a lot of other people don't see. I kind of figure most people just stick to a few games and don't buy every single game like I do. Horizon Zero Dawn is an incredible looking game. You don't know if you like it? How far are you into it? Let me do that. Let me show you where I'm at in Horizon Zero's Dawnski. Horizon Zero Dawnski. This one here should run pretty decently too. Needed a smoke. What did you miss? Everything. I have Days Gone. I just haven't played it. I just haven't beat it on PlayStation 4, 5, or on PC yet. I need to. I just barely got back to giving Boozer his stuff, bro. I just barely gave Boozer the stuff. Like dinosaur goes to attack and then goes to a cutscene. Wait, what? What game are you playing? Zero issues there. In the first hour. Oh yeah, dude, you gotta get a few. Let me show you where I'm at, bro. Let me show you where I'm at. I reinstalled it. This camp, I'm not supposed to be at this area just yet, so it's like really hard. So if I get beat up, don't make fun of me, guys, because I was recording this video earlier too, and I got the bejeezies knocked out of me. Bloop. Some of these guys are like really, really tough. Go all the way around the camp.
Lamar will look up the whole camp. And more besides. Alright.
Oh no.
There. Bandits captives.
Sheesh, I can't make any of those. No, we gotta run. We gotta run. There's a lot of them over there. I'll get beat up. But I can get up there. boy.
Let's get you out of there.
I think we only got a couple more left.
It's all right. We're getting out.
But they're all skulls. Gotta find some more health stuff. I hope to win this. Okay, it looks like there's only maybe 4 more. Oh, dude, I've got freaking health potions. I forget about. Got one more bad guy somewhere. One more bad guy somewhere. Oh, right there. I found him. I think that's all of them. All right, cool. Bandit camp down. Sorry, guys. Wow. Oh, shouldn't you be playing Call of Duty? Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, okay. Now we can see where we're at in the daytime, dude. Oh my gosh, this game is so freaking cool. I love this game. I'm way out here in the freaking tropics. All right, so. Thank you guys for watching me beat that. I've been trying to beat that all freaking day long. I was trying to beat that all day long. Only thing, who's good at it? Oh wait, okay, let me see. You're streaming with AV1 encoding? No, I'm actually streaming with I'm not. I should start, but I'm streaming through OBS. And it I think it works, but every time I've tried, it doesn't seem to want to work with that. Yeah, this is before. Jay. Stay with maybe eat my words. 4060 Ti or 77 XT. Obviously the 7700 XT. I hope Ghost of Tsushima comes to PC. I do too. That's one game I will immediately buy. I'm buying the second game. It's already on my wish list. I don't drink Bud Light. I've already transitioned. I've already transitioned from AMD or from Nvidia to AMD, so I don't need any more Bud Light. It does help though. It does help with transitions. Yes, Bud Light is very good. When you want to transition from Nvidia over to AMD, just grab a Bud Light. It'll make it so much smoother. The transition will be smoother. It will go off without a hitch, I promise you. Speaking of hitches, you'll have less of those in your video games too. It's always trying to hitch a ride over there on the Nvidia side. But all right, my friends, I'm going to go. Thank you guys for hanging out. And we'll see you guys in the next one. This was an awesome 2 hours live stream. Thanks for letting me play a little bit of video games. I always like that. I always like playing video games. So I'll see you guys. Thanks for coming. Hopefully I helped everybody that's on the fence about buying an AMD GPU. I think they're great. So we'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button for me, guys. I really appreciate that. The likes are very much needed and welcome. They are welcome. And we will see you guys in the next stream.